There can be a lot of information in the way that a person looks at you, specifically in the way that a narcissist looks at you, and specifically with their eyes. And, I read body language. It's part of what I do in my job. I'm Dr. Natalie Jones. I'm a licensed psychotherapist, and I spent many years working with perpetrators of violence, and I still do work with perpetrators of violence. But one of the things that you can notice in a person's eyes, and it can shift in a matter of a split second, is like their eyes can go completely black, and then they become enraged, and it's like it's a wrap after that. You can tell that that person sees red, that they're infuriated, that they want to do the absolute worst type of harm to you. And it can be over the most minute thing, but the eyes can just, they could literally go black no matter what color they are. And it's almost like, for me, when I've seen it, and I have seen it, unfortunately, a few times, more times than I care to say, it's almost like you see the devil. If that makes sense, and you know that that person wants to get to you and harm you in the worst way, right? And it's very interesting. And usually when they sort of have that look, that enraged look, that black look, and it doesn't necessarily, it doesn't necessarily, because it could be enraged, but it can also be a calm sort of violence, right? But those eyes, they just, they shift, and it can tell you a lot, and it could be a life or death situation if you don't read that language or look at those physical characteristics very closely with someone who is extremely violent and extremely dangerous. Once that sets in, you can't really talk them out of it. You can't really, again, you can't really have a rational conversation. You can't say a code word typically, because they're just so fixated. It's almost like they've been possessed by something. But those violent, those eyes, when they turn and they get dark, that can be very symbolic of someone who intends to harm you. Stay safe. That's all.